Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Happy
Let me share
Thursday.
this thing out. Happy Thursday.
Definitely Thursday.
Definitely
We
Thursday
are
today.
coming through on a new day. I love that.
Yeah,
Love that.
absolutely. Hold on, I'm just sending this out to a couple of people. All right.
So, how's your day going so far, lady?
So far, so good. Honestly, work has picked up so much that it's giving me a newfound appreciation, and it's giving me new insight of how time management is so important.
Absolutely.
Yo,
100% important. Like time
yo.
management, without that, you just gonna have a mess.
I'm telling you, and I've been cleaning up a couple of them.
Putting out little fires today, are you?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. How about you, babe?
Girl, my day is going. My day is going fine, but my
Okay.
energy is not with the day.
Well, you look good.
Thank you, girl. Thank
Just
God we
give
don't
the
have to look like what we're
melanated
going
drip,
through. Mm,
huh?
mm, mm, mm. I said, thank God we ain't got to look like what we're going through.
Period. Point blank.
So, welcome everybody. My name is Fox,
And I'm Kanisha,
and
and
this
this
is
is
Steady
Steady
Mommin.
Mama.
On our first new day. So we used to do our lives on Wednesday at 12:30, and we will now be doing our lives every Thursday at 1:30. So I hope that time works well for everybody because we love
Absolutely.
having y'all here with us. Okay.
Yes,
We have
yes,
a lot to
yes.
talk about today. So what are you venting about, beautiful lady?
Well, in the midst of, like I said, work has been picking up and things have been, going on in my life that's been very diverse. It's just putting things in perspective, even just my parenting. And I feel like you need to have not only boundaries with your family, but you need to make sure you're having boundaries with your kids. So the one thing I've discovered is essentially the ones that's the parent that is most accessible is the least considered, because there was a time this past, or maybe 2 weeks ago, my ex was picking up my kids from school, and my son came in, darted by me, barely even said, cat, dog, monkey talk, and I'm like, well, damn.
Mm,
The one that does the least or is around the least becomes top priority. So yeah, I was like, man, that stung. But the reason why I feel so upset about it is because I'm pouring too much, I'm doing too much, I'm overcompensating in areas that I really shouldn't.
mm,
And yeah, I'm like, I have to pull back.
mm. Overcompensation comes out of fear,
Fear, people
basically.
pleasing. Yeah, I still
And
have a lot to clean up in those areas.
operating out of fear is a no-go. It's exhausting,
Mhm.
and we're no longer doing that. So I love this realization for you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm of the fuck them kids era. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with the comments about it too.
Yeah, and it's okay to let them choose their daddy. Good,
Girl,
good. We
don't
about to
let me
stop
say
being
something
bad ladies.
inappropriate on here.
Hmm?
Don't let me say something inappropriate on here. Like you say, let them go with their
Let
daddy.
them. Let
Sometimes I
them.
think about it.
Because at the end of the day, we got to stop being bad ladies. We are not
Yeah,
the only people that can carry the weight. Okay? So if
yeah.
life is a gym and everybody's stuff is barbells, baby, please.
Baby, here you go.
Delegation. Here you go.
Delegation, and not even being insecure, upset, or being shamed about it. Like we carry too much shame as women anyway.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm just not carrying certain things anymore, including with my kids. Boundaries are important. I'm not going to the school to go drop off your glasses because you forgot them for the fifth time. I'm not doing it. Now you're gonna have to feel it and learn and understand, like, maybe I should remember next time
Now
instead of thinking I'm gonna bail you out.
you're instilling responsibility.
Right. I'm not just to keep doing that.
Amen.
What about you,
Amen.
girl? What's your
Amen.
vent?
Oh, girl, I feel I have a vent, but I have like I got two vents. So my first vent is just off of how I've been feeling today, and I
Mm,
feel like as women, we have to explain our energy and our emotions too much, and I don't like that
right.
because as females, we naturally have, chemical imbalances sometimes, like our hormones come in and
Hormones.
throw things
Yeah.
off. We don't have any control of those things, you
Hmm.
know, but we seem to if we're having an off day or we just have a fucking attitude. It don't have to be for any particular reason. It doesn't have to be towards anybody in particular. We just don't feel well energetically or emotionally, and that's okay. We don't have to feel bad about that. We don't have to explain it away. We really just need to let the shit ride out, because it does. It rides out. But in the midst of that energy shift or that attitude change, um it can grow legs when people that come into your orbit and feel that, even though it's not for them, they take it personally and feel some type of way about it. That's
I
not
know
fair.
exactly what you. I know exactly what you mean, and they almost weaponize you and like, oh, so that's what you're mad about. Oh, that's and gaslight you. But here's the thing with that. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I guess for me as a woman, that I've realized, especially having so many people in my house, or haven't had so many people in my house at one time. Even my 15-year-old daughter, she goes through those mood swings. It goes both ways, right? We need to check ourselves and understand, okay, so this is where I'm at. I need to
Mm-hmm.
maybe step aside and not putting
Mm-hmm.
myself in those spaces where I can be exposed for people to
Yeah.
ridicule and have an opinion about. And then the other side is that person needs to understand, like with my daughter 15, her little attitudes. I'm like, okay, so you got an attitude? Okay, cool. Let me give you some space.
Mm.
And so like I said, it works both ways in that
Yeah.
to navigate.
And like, it's okay for, like, when we're having those feelings or those emotions or those days or those moments, because they don't always last all
Right.
day. I
It's
genuinely
temporal.
believe that fucking being hungry is what triggered me. Just being hangry, okay?
Okay. Grab
Just
a Snicker,
hangry and
sis.
mad.
Okay.
So it's just like, in those moments, it's okay to ask for space. It's okay to
Yeah.
say, hey, I am agitated. I just need a moment. It's okay, ladies, to feel what you're feeling so that you can get through the feeling.
And
So that's
honor it. Because
an
that's the
honor. Like,
beauty and
it
ebb
is
and
what it
flow of
is.
being a woman. Yes.
Yeah. So that's my natural day-to-day vent. But then my vent that I really wanted to talk about was monster in-laws. So
Oh.
I am blessed enough to have a really good relationship with my mother-in-law, right?
Okay, so you scared me. Okay, when you said monster in law, go on.
So my mother-in-law and her mother they came down to visit. They're gonna be here with us for 2 weeks. And I just really enjoy having them here. Like, the energies
Yeah.
is beautiful, just familial and loving, and Legacy's
Yeah.
happy and running from room to room and person to person and jumping on this grandma, jumping on
Yeah.
that grandma. Like, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Plus,
Yeah.
grandma, mama-in-law be cooking. Okay.
Thank you. Okay,
Love
well,
that.
that's always good.
Love that. So it makes me think about mothers who are wrapped around their sons so tight that they cause issues in their sons' marriages. And it's like,
Right.
it really don't have to be like that. You do not have to be a monster-in-law. You do not have to insert yourself in your son's marriage. That is their relationship. They ain't got nothing to do with you. I can't stand seeing a mother-in-law that just berates the wife and is just nasty with the wife. That shit, I couldn't live like that. There would be no marriage, because I'm not above
Yeah.
cussing out nobody mama.
Right, right. And that's true. And we know you're not. We know you're not. We know you will. Okay. But I think for me, when it relates to that is because I have a son and I have to check myself too. That's why when it comes to those boundaries, I've even realized like having to unravel some things that I had attached, right? Because eventually he will be with the woman. Eventually I'm raising him to be a leader. I'm raising him to be a husband. I'm raising him to be a businessman, a successful entrepreneur. So, but I also realize that I can understand how mothers get offended because they think that their place is really being replaced, and it's not. You can never replace a mother. So yeah, shout out to those mothers. I know how you feel, but yeah, you cannot be interjected in a marriage.
I'm just grateful that I have a mother-in-law and not a monster-in-law. And this is a shout out to all of the monster-in-laws out there. Get your shit together and get you a man. Your
Yeah.
son ain't your man.
No.
That part.
No.
That part. So
Okay,
moving
girl.
on to
So what's
mommy
up?
news, girl. There's a lot that's been going on in the news today, so we're gonna run through this real fast and get
Read
into mommy chat. But first things first, everybody knows that Cardi B and Offset are going through this tumultuous divorce. Like she has commented multiple times about how uncomfortable it is. It has been and is even becoming for her. And her baby daddy do not let up. Recently, last
He's
week, off
trolling, and I think it's funny.
he is trolling. He did a post and delete that basically said Cardi's baby is his,
I saw that.
right? It's messed up. Let's start there. It was very distasteful. However, comma, if we're talking about the law, and I know a lot of people may not know this, but I learned this with watching Gypsy Rose because she went through the same thing. Basically, when you are a married woman, if you get pregnant during that marriage, legally
Mm.
the husband is considered the legal father of that child, rather biologically his or not. That is the legal father of the child. So basically, according to law, the legal father, the law presumes the husband to be the legal father of any child born during the marriage. Okay. So, yes, that means he's actually on the birth certificate.
So does that mean that I got a new baby girl out there? Because my ex had got somebody pregnant during our marriage. Does that
Nah,
work for me too?
nope, not for you.
Oh,
It's mama's baby, daddy maybe.
oh,
So, you know,
oh.
it don't work for us. But for the men's, but until paternity is proven, the husband is technically the legal father of said child.
Damn it.
They have to go through the courts and get DNA tests to prove otherwise. And then, the birth certificate can be changed and all of that stuff. But it
So So here's the thing for me. Why let these things be lessons? Why let these things be lessons? Now everybody knows that you can't get pregnant during a marriage, right? Otherwise, you're gonna have these legal things that you have legal hoops that you have to jump through. Now you're learning a lesson. You're gonna have to expose your baby to a paternity test for a man you know is not his because that's you know. So it's
yeah.
like you should have waited. You should have. I mean, I understand woman empowerment, feminism. I mean, I'm a feminist. Um, at the same time, I just think that it was reckless. It was unnecessary. And I mean, I don't know the state of their divorce and why she chose to do it this way per se, but from the outside looking in, you leave us to assume and
I
make
just
our own determinations on why you did it. And I just think it was just reckless.
I can see that vantage point, but and then I also can see sometimes people drag out the paperwork. They have been over for a long time. I don't know what is stopping the actual papers being signed. I think it has something to do with money, but at what point do you stop allowing somebody to hold up your life and just say fuck it and move on with your life?
No, that makes sense. I definitely don't have any rebuttal to that because it's true. I just heard this morning it was one of my clients turned girlfriend. She's 75 years old, and she was saying, "Girl, I got a man," and I'm
Ooh,
like, "You girl, what you
yes.
say?" And he's 80, and and it was just a great, good old girl conversation. But he's married. And the woman has been dragging her feet to sign these papers for the last 3 years. And here it is. And I think it's due to some citizenship or whatever, because she's of the Nigerian descent. But needless to say, to your point, how do you hold up your life because you don't
Yeah.
want to sign the paperwork? But I feel like there's just a window. And I don't know. I really need to look into that.
What's
I
the
really need to
window?
look into that
Like
because I
if
don't think it was what, a year? You think it's been over a year for them before she got pregnant? I doubt it.
I don't know. I don't follow enough to know the
Yeah, I
exact
mean, her
timeline.
baby is barely
But
one
I
that she
feel
just
like
had.
but they weren't together during that pregnancy because there was a whole lot of people like he was talking stuff about her having sex during her pregnancy. So they weren't
I
together
did
while
hear
she was
those
pregnant.
rumors, but yeah, I did hear those rumors. I
So it's been
did.
a while. That's two babies. That's two pregnancies and two it's been a minute. So I
That's
don't know.
hilarious.
Anyway,
That's hilarious.
ladies, if you are married and you get pregnant from somebody outside of your husband, technically, legally, your husband is still the father of that child until you prove paternity to the state. So that y'all do what y'all will with that information. Okay.
Bless it.
Get on birth control until your divorce is final.
It's yeah, or use condoms, girl.
Use condoms. Just don't get pregnant until the divorce is final. And that goes for
Sheesh.
these niggas too. Don't have no females pregnant until the divorce is final.
6 months into your divorce, nigga, you get a bitch pregnant. Okay, so no,
Moving
we're not
on,
talking about me. I'm sorry. We weren't talking about me, friend. Okay, moving on.
girl. Don't let us get them something to watch. Go ahead. Moving on.
Girl,
Next
right?
news.
Uh-huh. So here I was seeing that Toyota has like an electric car for kids. So I'm gonna read a little bit about it. So at the Japan Mobility Show, Toyota unveiled a concept called the Kids Mobi. It's a bubble shaped pod that can drive your child to school without adult supervision. It comes with an AI companion that plays with the kid during the ride. Toyota says it's about giving the children freedom and mobility.
Children don't need freedom of mobility. They're kids. They don't need to be nowhere that their parents are not, or their parents some type of adult. They don't need to just be cruising and perusing through these streets by themselves.
That is a great point. So here's the thing for me, if this is your bullet for why you think this is okay, no. No.
Toyota.
But I say, well, for me, because of how busy I am and split I am with all of my different kids, it made me scratch my head, and be like, you know what, that would be cool. Because I had thought of that. Like, not so much this, but like, getting a service, like a driver for my kids. So when
That
I saw this, I
yes.
was like, maybe.
A driver for the children, yes. Somebody creating a Uber specifically for getting kids around that has like deeper background checks for people to be able to be drivers and stuff like that. Sure. Don't nobody steal my idea. If you do, cut
Right,
me in.
right, right. Because today's date is the 20th, and we coming for you.
So, I mean, something like that, sure. Because, like you said, you are one person. Okay, so being able to get that's it's a lot. So I understand that, but sticking your kids in a bubble with AI and sending them in the
No,
streets,
hell no. And we talking about freedom and mobility to do what? When they go to the store, what they doing? They grocery shopping, they going to their friend's house. Like, what are we doing? We're exposing
freedom.
our kids
Well,
unnecessarily.
we also have to consider where they brought this out. They brought it out in Japan. Them children are way more advanced than our kids over here. Have you seen the
Yeah.
videos of them 5 year olds at school?
No.
Baby, they are learning how to do it all at 5. So those are little adults. They might be able to get in a little pod and get the scooting.
I mean, but from what I
Not
understood with
our
the
children.
culture in New York, they were like that too. My one of my good girlfriends is from New York, and she let her kid walk to so and so, and I'm like, not my baby.
Girl, nah.
She's
Forget
like,
the
it's just 2
vibes.
blocks. I'm like, no, that look longer than that.
Girl. Mm. So let's go from Japan to Chicago.
Okay,
Okay.
what's
It
up?
is going down in Chicago. There have been two stories that recently came out about Chicago. The first one, there was a video circulating around social media
Mm.
where a mother, she's 33 year old, 33 years old. Her name is Korshonda. Her name is Korshonda. She went to go pick her son up from school. He's 9. That's elementary school. They're walking and they got jumped by kids. They got jumped by her son's
I
peers.
apologize. Can you repeat that? I was stuck at trying to process the name. I'm not. So say that again.
She went to go pick up her child from school, and her and her child got jumped by elementary school kids.
What?
Jumped back. I'm talking about jumped.
Elementary school kids? You got beat up by an elementary school kid? Was it just because you were trying to restrain and not whoop nobody ass?
I have not I can't watch the whole video because
Period.
my blood pressure gets to rising. Girl, the video
Okay.
is all over social media. The way that kids would have just been
Hmm.
flying,
Mm.
flying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. I
all
could
she
see
had
that.
to do, and I'm sorry, I know this is horrible to say. However, comma, when all is well and kids and adults are separate until kids decide to tiptoe their little grown asses into the adult pond and water.
Yeah.
It ain't, they're all rules are gone now. You have to protect your child and yourself. Like these kids, there were, I did not count, but there were a few of them kids on her. She should have grabbed one of them and just made an example out of it, just squoze it.
Yeah.
They would have stopped.
Yeah. And turn it.
Just anyway.
Right. Right. I feel it.
I can't believe like, and back in my day, like we used to be fighting. We fought all the time in elementary, middle, high school. Like we kids fight, that's fine. But I ain't never swung on nobody mama now. That's a
No,
different level of disrespect,
it is.
and it's quite disgusting. I'm talking about they beat them, they had to go to the hospital. They did.
That's insane.
And then one of the children that she swung on the mama specifically. Her mama made her put out a little apology on social media. Girl, that apology was so sorry. The little girl was crying. So she don't know why she did it. Little
What
girl,
are these
please.
fifth graders? What is
How old
fifth
is
grade?
what grade is 9?
Girl, don't have me lying to myself.
Because her
Uh,
son is 9, and her son had been
so
being
that's six,
bullied.
five, fourth grade.
I guess her son had been being bullied or whatever, and I don't know what took place to cause the actual fight, but they jumped this lady and her son.
That's a dirty dog shame. And to your point, honestly, I've evolved because at first I was like, a child can get it too. You fucking with my kid, but I've evolved. I'm like, okay, so where your mama so I can whoop your ass because you raised him because I can't go to jail for whooping his ass.
But they're fighting you.
Yeah, they're in the midst of fighting. No, I get it. It's like, but where was the faculty? Like they're at school, they're by the bus born. Like, where were they?
They weren't on school grounds.
Oh, they weren't on school grounds.
No, they were
They
walking
came what
home.
to their house?
They were walking home.
I'm sorry, I had a call come in.
They were walking home.
Oh my
That's it.
goodness.
That's all it said. That's all the information I got. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So kids are now so disrespectful and so bold as to jump on adults. That is sad. Like my granny used to say, these are the ends of times.
Yeah.
That's
Because it
ridiculous.
gets crazier and crazier. But it just kind of shows moms, where's our focus? What are we teaching our kids? How did we get to this part where your kids feel bold enough to do that? Like, what is the rearing really looking like in the households at this point?
Girl. And then sliding on down, another story in Chicago. A mother was discharged from the hospital while actively in labor. So this lady's name is Mercedes Wells. She went to she's pregnant, obviously.
Yep.
She went to the hospital in excruciating pain, in active labor. Her
Yep.
contractions were a minute apart. They had her sitting there for 6 hours without even seeing a doctor. And then they discharged her, and she had her baby in her car. 8 minutes later, her husband delivered the child in the car. 8 minutes after they discharged her, and she was there for 6 hours and did not see a doctor. Didn't we say, how many times did we say that these people will, I don't know you to death?
Yeah. No, we just talked about this just when it relates to maternal death being high amongst Black women. It's another story. What was that other one where she was being asked these questions, from that nurse, was just asking her rhetorical questions that could have truly been answered after the fact. Did you see that one? And
Mm-mm.
she had that, well, I think they kept her, they didn't discharge her. But I'm just saying, like, that's not far apart. I think that story broke like a couple of weeks ago. And then now we have this. It's just, it's insane. And it puts people in a position to feel like, where can you really truly get any kind of assistance or help as a Black woman?
I think that we all need to get out of being so used to just taking stuff on the chin and really start hitting everybody where it hurts. Anybody
Yeah.
that play with you, a business, a job, whatever, they play with you, they wrong, you know they wrong, and they know they wrong. Soon,
Mm-hmm.
I hope they sue the pants off that damn hospital because ain't no way this lady was there for 6 hours, did not see a doctor. Y'all know she's pregnant. She at least could have seen a doctor.
Right.
And then she has her baby. in a car. You don't
Yeah.
know what type, like, that's not sanitary. Her husband does not have any experience in delivering children. I hope they sue the brakes off of that hospital because mm-mm, no thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a disgrace to watch. I'm trying to find that story with the woman in labor on the nurse asking her questions. Yeah, it was in Dallas, Dallas
Mm,
Regional Hospital. Pregnant black woman going into labor while nurse ignoring please. I mean, she was like, "It's in my ass." She
wow.
basically was getting ready
The
to
baby
give
was
birth.
there.
Yeah, the baby
Mhm.
was crowned and it was ready to go. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, even for me having a hysterectomy, just no matter how or whatever you're doing, as it relates to your medical, they always drop the ball. And like I told you, with me having Nuri and how I had that hot spot, like I wasn't even given, I guess, the proper dosage. And here it is, I'm in there screaming like, whoa, 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 trying to get a cesarean. I don't know. It's just people are in industries that they really shouldn't be in, and they're doing it for the money and not for the care and the purpose that they supposed to be held to.
Mm, that's heartbreaking. That
It's
really broke my heart.
disgusting. That's a
Yeah.
trauma story, a trauma labor story that could dictate her trying to have kids again.
Mm, all right. That's all I have for Chicago, girl. But Chicago, and they got a lot going on this week.
Yeah. So speaking of labor delivery, then we get a baby, and then we gotta feed these motherfuckers, whether breastfeed or you feeding them with regular milk. So I came across this story by so basically it's a company called By Heart, and they have a formula that's on recall. So ladies, if you have an infant and you're feeding them this brand milk, here's some information about it, and we need you to stop immediately. So, a quick update on the ByHeart infant formula recall. ByHeart was pulled off. Um, Basically, I'm sorry, hold on, I'm not reading this right. ByHeart has pulled all of its whole nutrition infant formula off the shelves, every lot, every package, after a multi-state infant botulism botulism outbreak. At least 23 babies in 13 states have been hospitalized. No deaths have been reported, but this is definitely serious. So I don't know if you know anybody that's taking the By Heart formula, stop using it immediately.
Wow. That it's that is God bless all of the families that were affected by the you said what is it, botulism?
It's By Heart formula.
No,
And
but
also
what's it?
I neglected to say the symptoms that you need to watch out for if your baby has been taking it. It's constipation, weak cry, trouble feeding, or poor head control. So if you have
Mm,
any of that, you need to seek medical advice right away.
that too is heartbreaking. You just trying to feed the baby. And these are things that you can't see. You can't see that the formula is tainted or rotten, or you can't tell that there's something in that powder that's going to harm the baby.
Yeah.
So God bless all of the families that are dealing with um, children being hospitalized just by trying to feed them. And I'm sure By Heart, that's not like a big
Common
name
brand.
brand.
Yeah,
So
no.
it's
Mm-mm.
probably like some luxury brand that's supposed to be gluten free, dairy free, like all of that good for your
No
shit, for your
peanut
kid.
allergies.
Girl, you just trying to do the right thing, spending all the extra money to make sure your baby is healthy. And look,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
why I mean breastfeeding the baby is like the best thing for our babies.
if you're able to, not every mother is able to breastfeed.
And it's true. It's
Yeah,
true. It's
yeah.
true.
All righty,
All right,
ladies. So
girl.
we have reached our mommy chat portion of the show. Today's mommy chat, we are going to talk about how we want our little people to grow up and show up in this amazing world of ours. Okay. So, what are some of the values and virtues we would like to instill in our children? Is today's mommy chat question. So, of y'all know I like to do a nice little Google search and a little talking to people, and we found that there are two sets of virtues out there, right? There's the seven heavenly virtues, which are the opposite of the seven deadly sins, and then you have the seven cardinal and theological virtues. Okay, we're gonna run through all of those and kind of like just talk about it and see if it's something that we do work to instill in our kids or something we may want to add and all of that good stuff. So the first one from the seven heavenly virtues is chastity. Chastity is refraining from sexual conduct and regulating sexual desires. I don't need to teach my daughter chastity. Refraining, I don't know. What I would like to teach my daughter is the value of her body, and I want her to know that her vagina is like a diamond. You know, you have diamonds and then you have cubic zirconias. You know, anything that goes to market, if it's readily accessible and anybody can get it, it's cheap. Okay, don't be that. Don't be the cheap puss.
See.
What you think about it? About chastity?
Yeah. At first, I was like, "Yeah, I can see that," but then the way you say it, I like that version better. That was actually something I was teaching my eldest daughter. It's like I can't teach you don't have sex before marriage. I can't teach you those kind of things. What I can teach you is the value of you and abstinence and the purpose of it and preserving yourself and making sure that you are where you need to be physically, mentally, and financially so you can attract what you're actually looking for. So to your point, she don't know what she doing. That bitch just giving it out. We don't need to do that. We
Mm-mm.
don't need to do that.
And then equipping them with the proper information. So
Yeah.
not acting like sex is a thing when you have like teenagers is the wrong route. Like sex is a thing, it's inevitable. Most of them
Yeah.
start like trying to get curious about it 15, 16 years old. Not to say they start, but they're definitely curious.
Yeah. They get
Um
curious a lot younger than that.
Hello. So actually like presenting them with the information, the STDs, making that conversation open so that when it does happen or if something does happen, they catch a STD or they have a late period or something like that, they feel comfortable enough to come and talk to you so you can actually solve the problem together instead of them feeling shamed and prolonging a situation that could have been fixed.
Yeah, we don't want to taint our kids with no shame relating to sex. Sex is natural, and we just need to educate on the milestones and when it's appropriate and the purpose in it. Because when you're just attaching these rules and regulations to these kids, it do nothing but make them rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Because they
that's
know
what I
more.
did.
Yeah. Girl. So the
Mhm.
next virtue.
So the next virtue is temperance, moderation, and voluntary self restraint. So yeah, I definitely agree with teaching my kids that, especially our sons, our black boys, being able to regulate their emotions is so important because, especially if you are a male that doesn't know how to articulate your words or expel that energy, sometimes it comes in rage, sometimes it comes in blowing up, knocking down, pitches and shit. So we want to make sure, at least for me and my son, and my girls as well, it's just regulating and understanding your emotions.
I love that. And then
Mhm.
moderation is huge too. Like that's something that I'm working on just now, like teaching myself, like
Mhm.
moderation in all things, that's very important.
Yeah.
So I love
So
that
what's
one.
what's the next one?
Charity,
Okay.
which means overcoming greed. Love that. Love
Mm.
that. Being charitable, thinking about people outside of yourself, not to the point to where it's toxic,
Oh,
but
girl.
just
Right.
naturally, we're here for each other. We're supposed to be able to support each other, stand in the gap for one another, and be there when someone else is in need. You're supposed to be able to do that, especially if you can.
Yeah.
So charity is huge.
It's definitely, when I say I'm a principled person, these are the kind of things that I live by. Like integrity is huge for me. And if I'm in conversation with you or I'm in relationship with you and I pick up that you don't have that,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get on. I can't get down with that. I can't even get it out. That is so important. And even with my kids, it's like, my daughter, she's 15. She wants to do hair. I'm like, you want to do hair? Why? It Even for me, I wouldn't even use her as an example. For me, you have my brokerage is the whole vision is to be community focused, right? You want to be about people, give back because you receive so much in return. It feels good, and sometimes your dollars increase because of it, but you
Yeah.
have to have a reason that's beyond yourself.
You know, it's so funny. Like in my brain, there's like a karma bank, just like going through my day and like even okay, let's say I'm in traffic, right? And we're stopped. Somebody needs to get in.
Right.
I let them in. I add that to my positive karma bank. You know, it's just a little game that I play with myself, little stuff like
I love that. I
just
do
be
love
good to
that.
people. Did
Yeah.
you do anything nice for anybody today outside of your children? Because you have to.
I'm gonna start with myself lately. Do
Yeah,
something nice for me.
that's wonderful too. Can't forget about you.
And then I'll be able to think of others. No, I'm just teasing. All
No, but that's
right.
true. Hold
Diligence.
on, pause. That's actually true. Just like when you're on the airplane, they tell you to secure your mask before helping anybody else. You
Yeah.
have to make sure you're straight before you can, you
Give
know.
back.
That's why I say if you have it. If you
If
have it,
you
if you
have.
have the money, if you have the energy, if you have the time to give, we should.
Yeah. So the next one is diligence. Overcoming sloth or laziness. I hate a lazy motherfucker.
I do too. And that's a big one. And that's one that you all of these really you have to start instilling in them like as soon as possible. But this one is like dead ass as soon as possible. Like I don't be playing with Legacy. She spilled something. Don't worry about it. Here, clean it up.
No, it's facts. I mean, I think that honestly, it's funny that word sloth. I would call my kids. I'm like, what is a sloth fucking behavior? Like, I cannot deal with it. Like, I need you to carry your load because I can't carry mine and yours too. And lazy motherfuckers, like I said, I cannot get down with it. I don't want to be in the midst of it. That yeah, you can't be around me and be lazy.
Absolutely. Like I'm gonna get up and get it type. Get up
Bitch.
and go get it. Make it hat and catting.
Right.
So all that, yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Next one is kindness,
hmm
overcoming envy and anger.
Ooh, a hit
That
dog a holler.
I think that goes along with regulating. What was the one?
Emotion, temperance.
Yeah, self restraint, all that. Like kindness is just again, just thinking of others. You know what? I feel like this is one that is being lost in the world because people are just so on edge and rude and nasty, like 100% of the time. You can't go, well, I don't know how it is in y'all states, but in Atlanta, Georgia, it's very hard to
Why do you
go.
make us sound country? Go ahead.
Girl, it's very hard to go and try to receive customer service and you actually get a smile. They don't even welcome you in the store no more. Before, you used to walk in a store, like a small store, not like a huge store. Like you would walk in a small, like clothing store, and they were like, "Hey, how you doing? Let me know if you need anything." Not no more.
No, people are tired, friend. It's no excuse. Don't get me wrong, but I just think about the mindset of people working in some of these jobs that we're expecting so much for them. They're not being paid enough. And it's translated. And
You
a lot of
still
people
have the
just doing
job.
it. It's true. You should be
You still have the
ultimately you
job.
have to be appreciative. But
You
I
can
just
say
know a
hello.
lot of
Nobody's
people.
asking you to lick the bottom of my shoe. You can say hello. If I come into your
That's
line and
true.
you're about to ring me up, you can look up and say, "Hi."
It's true. It really is true. But
It's
people aren't taught these kind of things, right? That's why we
That's why
helping y'all
we
out,
teaching
mamas.
our kids.
That's right. That's what we're here for is to help you with your kids.
Make sure you teach your kids kindness. Make sure these kids like we need to have a conversation about morality.
hmm
Cause we're girl, don't get me started about where the hell this is going. Everything going to hell in the handbasket if you ask me.
Hey, slow
Next,
down. We got shit to do.
next.
Okay. So, well, before we move on to patience. Okay, so kindness, overcoming envy and anger. What I know what kindness means, but the envy and anger, how is that associated? I don't
Girl, I
know.
don't know. I didn't write it.
I
Hell.
understand. So I didn't know how you interpret it. Because for me, when I saw that, I'm like, overcoming envy and anger. Like I feel like I'm a kind person, but like if
You
you
don't have
poke
to
me,
overcome anything to get there.
okay,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying. Maybe
Is
some people do though. Maybe because like you have people that are naturally kind, and then you have people that are naturally mean, right? And
and they
naturally
have to
they
overcome
have to
envy.
overcome that to be kind. But I
Okay.
don't think everybody. I have moments where I have to overcome anger to be kind. Absolutely.
Yeah, because you poke me, I'ma stab you.
Envy, I don't really. I haven't experienced a lot of envy in my life, if any.
Mm-mm.
I'm not an
I've
envious
I've experienced
person.
people being envious of me, but I have not. No,
Yeah, I
no,
don't have that energy.
no. But patience, overcoming wrath or anger.
Again, these
I
people.
mean, hey, because anger
So
is a huge emotion that dictates a lot. So they just want to make sure we got it.
you know what's amazing? I patience is something that I've had to work on my entire life to the point to where I remember I have vivid memories of my dad telling me as a little girl, patience, Nika, patience. You have to be patient. He used to tell me that all the time as a little girl. And now I find myself hearing myself say the same thing to Legacy.
Mhm.
Legacy, you have to be patient, Legacy. Wait, patience. And I'm like,
Mhm.
damn.
It comes full circle. I saw something recently. It was like, no matter how much you try, you still sound like your damn mama. I'm like, well, shit. Whatever.
That's
Um,
facts. I am
that's a
a
fact, right? No
child.
matter how much you try to like get away from that shit, you end up being just like a
She's still in you,
she's
forever
still
in you.
in your child. But patience for me, it just I would often say like I don't like praying for patience because I don't know what it
You
is about
always
God.
get some type of girl.
He zaps it. I don't know what kind of prayer that is, but it's the instant prayer. So I need
It's
like
a
to I
curse.
need when I pray for money it's to zap just like that. But patience for me is a little hard. But one thing I've understood about, post my divorce, I see, it is important to truly pace yourself.
Yeah.
Have patience with yourself, have patience with your businesses, have patience, with your children. Step away, like you were mentioning earlier, when we have to deregulate and we're not having a good day or we having these hormonal responses. Like we have to be patient with ourselves. So that's a
Mm-mm.
big one. That's a big
It
one.
is a big one because, like, you just named so many areas where it has to show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What is outside of? Well, I don't. I think that is. I was going to ask you, how do you teach it? To children, but I feel like that's a in the moment type of lesson so that they can see
it
it.
is. It really
Yeah.
is in the moment. But what came to me immediately, like if my kid was dealing with something that I needed them to be patient about, it's like first check in with yourself. I'm really big on checking with self and taking a fucking deep breath
Mm,
and really giving yourself space, right? And stepping back, could help you with that patience. So that way you can assess differently because those emotions will dart up you real quick and your first knee jerk response may not be the best response. So space and self check is a good way to start.
mm. That just do something to patience. I love that.
Mm,
I love it. It's so
mm,
necessary. Last but not least on the seven heavenly
mm.
virtues list is humility, overcoming pride. Huge.
Yeah, I'm good at this one. I will admit, I feel like I'm good at this one. I notice
Humility.
pride when it's there. I'm not saying I don't have pride for moments. I just
Mm-hmm.
I can call it out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, okay, so you have to make an adjustment. Because, for example, this may not. I think it's considered pride. So here it is. My daughter's having a field trip tomorrow, and she wants her siblings to go and stuff like that. And so what came across my mental street was text her daddy and ask if him and his girlfriend wanted to come and support. And immediately I'm like, I'm not his fucking secretary. What I owe him for? He want to know about his kid call a school. But I was like, no, my daughter, it's about her and her
Mm.
support and what she needs. So again, like I say, I can recognize it like, bitch, you being petty, that's pride, that's ego. But if you can notice it within yourself and be honest that it exists and give yourself space to have it, but then knowing that, hey, that's not the best choice in the moment, it could be a good muscle to like increase.
So like confidence is pride with a humility filter on it,
Hmm.
and arrogance is pride without humility,
Oh, he's
right?
arrogant. Okay, let me
Right.
stop talking about people.
No, I'm thinking. No, I'm like thinking through this because
Thinking
like
through it. I got you.
arrogance would be. I would consider like Kanye, um, Elon Musk. Like I would consider that arrogance. Confident would be like a J. Cole. I feel like he's confident.
Hmm.
I don't know. I need to
Play around
balance
with
that
that.
to try to understand and really grab hold on the difference because humility is important, but so is self-confidence. So where is that tipping point
Hmm.
into, pride and arrogance?
It's just a balancing act. It's just that's why I kind of get a little frustrated with life because you're so conscious and aware, and you got to eat right, you got to exercise, and you got to be a therapist to your children. You got to pick them up. There's so many different things you got to do, and then we got to think about these definitions. I don't know. I don't know. But so the seven cardinal and theological virtues. Prudence, the ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of reason. What do
Love
you
that.
think of that?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Common sense ain't so
Common sense
damn
ain't
common.
common. It's not common.
There should be a common sense school, like class in school.
It's either
Just
you got
like
it or you don't.
math and economics, there should be a common sense one too. Because people say all the time, you can't teach common sense. You can work the muscle. Critical thinking,
They need a critical thinking class because common sense ain't given out to everybody. Common sense is truly not common. I had to teach my son that recently. Common sense to me is you have been through something enough to see how this works. So you apply that to your say if you have that same situation that pop up, now you didn't had experience with it and you can use your common sense to know how to work through it. Like,
girl, girl.
I don't common
Sense
sense ain't common.
is common sense is deductive reasoning, critical thinking, drawing from past
Process of
experience,
elimination.
process of elimination.
Hmm.
Like use your did you I say I get so
Don't do it, friend.
irritated.
Don't hurt your head.
I get so irritated by people not using their brain. It
Don't hurt your
bothers me
head.
so bad.
Don't hurt your head. Don't,
So yeah, please.
don't
Love
hurt your head,
this.
friend. Because it just ain't going. No.
The ability to govern and discipline oneself by use of reason. Mm,
Use your brain.
mm. Next, justice, the virtue of being fair and righteous. I like that. However, I think fair is a sliding scope.
For
That's
me,
a hard one.
I think I like this. The virtue of being fair and righteous. I resonate with that because I want fairness and honesty and what's right.
Hmm.
When it comes to the fair piece, sometimes you just gotta weigh it based off the collective. You
Mm,
know, fair doesn't mean even. You
mm,
know what I mean?
mm.
But it's what's right in the moment. The decision making that you have to make based off of process elimination. So you have
You
to use
talking
it.
about these virtues is making me feel good inside.
Yeah, because we notice we is some bad bitches. No.
Like I really like that. The virtue of being fair and righteous. Like I can't say that I actually do that because I can't say that I'm always fair to myself.
Hmm. It
I
starts with
will
self, yeah.
I will usually be unfair to me, like bite a unfair chunk off of the workload for like for self, so that other people are,
Comfortable.
yeah,
Mhm. And
other people are okay.
that's where I'm at, bitch, where I'm telling you I'm done with it.
Yeah.
When I tell you, like, I have come to the realization, like, I'm gonna choose even myself over my kids.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times we want to stand in the front of a bullet for them. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't protect my kids, but not at the expense of me emotionally anymore, not at the expense of me financially, to open, like I said earlier, overcompensating the differences to be chosen, to out of fear, all of those things. It just really truly starts with self. You have to pick you in at all costs, is where I'm at.
Mm. Mm. All right, next one.
All right, fortitude. Also known as courage. It is the ability to do the right thing when facing danger. Bitch, I'm a bad bitch. Girl, I got this one too, friend.
Yes, I love that. I think teaching your kids courage is probably one of the most painful to do, because in order to do it, you have to put them up against, not put them up against things that they're afraid of, but when those situations arise, you have to encourage them to face something that they are afraid of. So that's painful for me, but I know it's for the better. Like once she gets through it, she'll be fine. And, we can check that off of whatever page. But teaching them courage is important. But just remember, mommies, that one might be painful for you too, but it's worth it.
Yeah, one of my girlfriend's son is afraid of elevators, and we have an elevator in our building, right? And so when he comes to visit my son, he wants to do the stairs. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So we're gonna get on this elevator and we're gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna need you to breathe in deep and
Mm-hmm.
understand, like, and check yourself. What's happening right now? Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you feel this feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You okay? Just
Mm-hmm.
kind of walking them through.
Yeah.
And that to me sometimes, I'm sorry, that to me sometimes is what you have to do with these children, is stand by side with them and
Mhm.
show them these little, like, inches that they can take towards this fear, and then
Yeah.
eventually you'll see it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I used to feel like that a lot when I was younger. It was just like like I could just feel like fear kind of like build up all the way from the inside, like all the way up to my like eyes. Like I feel it. And then as soon as I get through it, it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Oh. And that alone just gave me the courage to, whenever I felt that feeling again, just go through it. It's not gonna be that bad. And then
Yeah,
it went away.
it's true, but it also depends on what it is, because some fears can be real big, you know.
Yeah.
Because I still, even though I encourage, like, him in the elevator, my kids, whatever, even myself, depending on what it is or how big it is, sometimes them fears can be really hard.
Do you have any fears?
Oh, girl, fear of abandonment, rejection, fears. I'm overcoming fears by, increasing my content. Because at first I wasn't doing that. So it just, like I say, it just depends on what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah,
Hmm.
I got fears, bitch.
Either way, we slaying them. We
But
slaying them.
slaying them hoes. But
Slaying them.
God, right?
Hmm. And we
So
helping
that
our
leads us to
kids slay them
faith.
too.
Right. So that leads to faith. Believe and trust in and loyalty to God.
Hmm. Faith is above all.
Mhm.
Above all. Like you have to, my child
Oh, I skipped
has
one.
to believe. We already talked about that one, so it's okay. It's
Okay. Okay.
temperance is in both lists. So
Okay, great. Thank you. I did you a
um
friend. Okay.
yeah, it's okay. Faith, I got you, girl. Faith is above all in my house. You're going to know that there is something greater than you and me that you can ask for guidance, that you can lean on, that you can cry to,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
It's
faith.
a higher power. I know. I mean, faith, as with courage, depending on where you're at, could be hard to tap into. But if you've been through enough trial, this is what I tell myself: you have seen God show up enough. What makes it different this time? So
Mm.
it's just a
Mm.
work on.
And he's not going to always show up when you want him to. And it's not going to always look like the show up that you created in your head. It never looks like that, honestly.
No.
So having a very fluid relationship with God and understanding that he's not your it boy. He's not your genie. Like girl, don't get me to going. Cause
Well,
it
hallelujah.
you have
Anyhow.
to have a very, very fluid relationship and understanding with God, because one thing that I have lived to know is true. Hindsight is 2020. You can be in the midst and the eye of the storm and everything that got shooken out of the shelves and everything's broken on the floor and you just standing on top of foundation, ain't even no house on you no more. And in the midst of it, you just don't understand it. You don't know what's next. You just want to lay down and give up.
Oh yeah.
But fast forward a year or so later and you look back and you're like, damn,
I'm living
I
proof of
had
that.
to go through all of that
Yeah.
for me to be here today.
I'm
Thank you, God.
literally living proof to that. And you are like, you the one that's seen a lot of the front rows of it. And
Yeah.
I resonate with what you're saying because again, post all of what I've been through emotionally with this divorce, I'm just seeing like I never thought that I could get through that.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought that I would really be able to see what I see now. And I
Mm-hmm.
have been encouraging women like in due time,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
faith and your relationship with God, journaling, crying it out, screaming it out, you can overcome and you can get through it. To look back, like you
Yes.
said, that 2020 vision, and it's like,
Yeah. That's why
okay,
that's why you have to praise him in the midst of it, but just because
yeah,
you know that when you get through it, you can look back and be
yeah.
like, "Oh, I had to go through that." So while you're going through it, you gotta hallelujah anyhow. I ain't happy. I ain't got no money. I feel like shit. The nigga is gone. Whatever it is, whatever it is.
Yeah.
People
The
have
kids
health
won't clean their
issues.
room. Yeah.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
hallelujah anyhow. Ask for strength to keep going, clarity so that you're going in the right direction, discernment so that you bring in the right people with you and getting rid of the people that ain't supposed to be there, that's pulling you back and in your way.
When I tell you God really had a filtration system on this one, it
Hmm.
was great. And I'm so glad. And I have so many enriched like relationships that I'm so proud of as a result of it. So yeah, that filtration system is good.
Oh yes, faith. Oh, the next is hope,
Mm-hmm.
the expectation of future blessedness, which I just talked about that. So yeah, hope for the future. Just don't give up. You may want to so bad, so bad.
And you
Just
will be
don't
tested.
give up. Just keep
Yeah.
going. If you can't swim, float.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't
Doggy
give up.
paddle. Doggy paddle.
Just don't give up. And that is so, like, instilling those two things in children are so important because life has the word if right in the middle of it. Okay. And for me, that just means that shit is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But as long as you have faith to get through and hope that there is better on the other side, you'll be all right.
You gonna make it, bitch.
You'll be all right. Look, but did you die? Shit.
No,
All
no.
right. All right. A
So
part of
we
you.
got one more called charity, the highest form of love, including love for God and neighbor.
That one's in the other one too, but they explain it different. What did charity say on charity?
Overcome greed.
Okay, so in the heavenly virtues, it was overcome greed. And then in the theological virtues, it's the highest form of love, including love for God and neighbor. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
I love that. And you know what that reminded me of? Charity is not always financial. Because when I hear the word charity, I immediately think about money. It's not always financial. It's
No.
time, it's love. Sometimes it's just your presence.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
We
That
did
was
so
so
good,
good.
girl. Hey, so anything you'll add to the list?
A couple, like self-discipline, which
Mhm.
um temperance is kind of um similar to self-discipline, but you can't always rely on motivation, because when there is no motivation, you have to have self-discipline. You know, self-discipline gets you through the emotions of the situation. Like, I don't feel like doing this, okay, but you need to do it,
Right.
so get it done. So I'll definitely add in self discipline. That is something huge that I want to instill into my baby.
Mhm.
Honesty. You hinted on honesty earlier.
Mhm.
I can't stand a liar. I can't stand a liar. What is you lying for?
Right. Be grown.
I can't stand a liar, Lord. Lie to yourself. Don't lie to me.
Right. Honesty is the best policy, children.
And respect. Just,
Yeah.
just, just, just have a common sense of respect for human life, a
Yeah.
respect for and respect to yourself.
So for me, I would say gratitude, integrity, and accountability. Like if you cannot be accountable, you can't fuck with me. If you don't have integrity, you can't fuck with me. If you a liar, you can't fuck with me. If you don't have gratitude. Now, honestly, gratitude, I'm not such a huge stickler on because that's something that I'm trying to adopt for me in in moments where I'm feeling like a loss or moments that I'm feeling like there's a lack. I have to like tell myself like no, list the things that you do have, and those issues tend to dissipate because you can't have ungratefulness and gratitude. It cannot be all in the same pot. But yeah, accountability is hard for me. If you cannot raise your hand in the classroom and say, hey, I did it, and understand, have the bandwidth to understand how that could have affected somebody and taking that accountability to say, hey, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be my friend.
No, because you just around here moving recklessly. I'm not. I'm moving. Okay,
Baby,
and I'm
out your
thinking
way.
about the things that I'm doing. I'm not a. I'm a strategic
Yeah,
person. So if
me
I
too.
do
Me too.
something wrong or not, I
Yeah,
can at least stand on it and be like, yeah,
I made a mistake,
I did that. But I'm sorry.
but I apologize.
Mhm.
I will apologize. I will own the shit.
Yeah. I
But to
also was like,
apologize and still repeat the same shit, I don't like the motherfuckers either. Because then that means you just saying shit.
no, an apology isn't just words. It's action.
Mhm.
It's
So
changed behavior.
yes,
That's what an apology is. Don't run
yeah.
around here talking about you sorry and you still doing the. You
No,
is
you a
sorry. You is
sorry
a sorry
motherfucker.
son of a.
Yeah, that's what you are.
I don't like it.
So what did your parents instill in you, intentionally or unintentionally?
So my dad always has always said this: keep it moving,
Yeah.
right? No matter what, keep it moving. And it used to irritate me because
Mhm.
I used to feel like, damn, I am a girl. I can have some emotions. Like, why can't every time I show the emotion, it keep it moving and it's all right and it's gonna be this, but you gotta keep it moving. I didn't always want to hear that in the midst of whatever it was I was going through. But now as an adult, I get it. I get it. And my parents, I admire them so much because they have gone through a lot in this lifetime, a lot of
Okay.
downs, a lot of ups. But they always kept it moving no matter what. And watching them do that, that's what I live by. Baby, what we doing? What's next?
Yeah, I would say the same thing for me too. My mother, I always saw her handle business. I mean, she got it done. I never forget her. My great grandmother lived on an old country road and there was no street lights. And I remember, and I mean, I don't even know how old I was, but just being exposed to her being that relentless and getting that light post out there for my great grandmother's street. I mean, it set the tone because me, I'm relentless. I don't give up easy.
My mom is still love. I was very
Mhm.
much like naturally I'm very money focused. It's money, 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 money for me. My mom is the one that's always like, but love, but love, but love. And I'd be like, girl, you can't write love on no bills. But I get it. Like I hear her now in being an adult and a mother and a wife now. I hear her.
Ain't
Love.
it crazy how that shit come around all of a sudden? It's like, okay, so now I get it. I get it. I be glad when my kids had that with they black ass.
Girl.
So
So
what's
what
for?
is for
Oh,
dinner?
I'm about to say because I'm hungry.
Yes. And we gotta get you out of here because you got to go get the babies.
I do, I do. So what's for dinner for me is spaghetti.
Oh, girl, I love a good spaghetti.
I'm telling you, and I had got some of the Italian sausage and you know what I'm saying, just giving it the little great zest, season it up. It was delicious. So good.
I just gotta say this. Cheers to the mamas that cook. Cause not all mamas cook. Not all women can cook.
Yeah,
Not all women choose to cook.
it's
So
true.
shout out to the mamas that can cook and do cook.
That's right. Shout out. Shout out. My
Until we
girlfriend, she
delegate it to
was
somebody
like,
else.
it's so funny. My girlfriend, whenever I was letting my daughter, my 6-year old, go for a play date. I know she just immediately got out of school, so I'm dishing what we were going to be eating because I know that she was going to be there late. So I'm giving her the mac and cheese, the greens, the chicken, the cornbread. And she was like, "Girl, you could be cooking over there." I'm like, "Bitch, I got a lot of kids." She was like, "I don't do all of that."
They gotta eat.
Shout out to the old folks that teach you how to cook.
Girl, y'all know I love me a good little cheap Publix
Hmm.
fried chicken,
Okay.
homemade mashed potatoes, not the powdered mashed potatoes in the
No.
pack. Get you
No.
some potatoes, mash them up,
Yeah.
and some broccoli,
Ooh, that sounds so good, Mama.
and a Hawaiian sweet roll, girl.
That sounds so good.
I did not know you were supposed to warm them Hawaiian sweet rolls up. You're not just supposed to eat them out the pack.
Well, I can do it both ways, but it is much better when it's heated.
I have not tried to heat them. I'm gonna try to heat them. Mamas, y'all try to heat them and let me know.
And
Do
put
y'all
that
eat them
butter
out
in
the pack?
between.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna have to add. I'm gonna put them in the oven today, and I'm gonna call you and
hallelujah.
let you.
Anyhow.
All righty, y'all. It is Mom VP time, and you know what? Y'all been slacking. Y'all ain't been sending us no Mom VPs.
Y'all want this money?
I'm so confused. What's popping for real? If you know a mother that is doing her mom thizzle, shout her out. Let us know. We want to bless her. $25 ain't a whole lot, but it's something.
It surely is. So please vote for your mom VP. It can be your own mother.
Literally. And just
Yeah.
tell us why so we can shout her out on Steady Momming and let her know that we love her, we
Yeah.
support her, we see her, and she need to keep doing what she's doing. So since we don't have a mom VP today, I'm going to just shout out my mommy because I love her and she loves me. I'm going to shout out my mother-in-law
Hmm.
for, oh, just being awesome. She's so awesome and she's
Yeah.
so full of love. And I thank her for sharing that with me because she don't have to.
Mm.
And shout out to my good girlfriend,
Who, me, bitch?
my good girlfriend, okay?
What's up?
Because she be steady, mommy. We are the definition. It's a rolling, not a stop. Watch shit don't never stop.
I'm telling you, I gotta go, mommy, in a minute. Do
Mm-hmm.
a car pickup.
Mm-hmm. So, and shout out
Hmm.
to me, baby.
Shout out to you, bitch. I'm sorry because I'm looking at the clock. It's 2:40.
No, it's okay. I know you gotta go. I love you. I love you. I love you. I
I
love you.
love
So
you
y'all
too,
send
mama.
us the your mom VP nomination so that we can get these ladies shouted out, loved on, and all that good stuff, okay?
Yes, yes. And what we got coming soon? What we got coming soon,
Is
mama?
Mommy Hangout. We are almost done with the technicality issues. We should be able to start doing our Mommy Hangouts next week. All right, so y'all look forward to that. We also will be opening up our calendars to chat with you mommies about whatever it is. If you need to phone a friend, you can holler at us because believe me, we get it. We listen and we don't judge, but we can
Yeah,
hold hands and guide you through whatever it is you got going on, baby, because we've
that's
been through
right.
enough between the two of us. So y'all start reaching out to us, and we'll be there for you. And then our Mommy's Connect events coming soon too. We love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Keep grinding
Keep shining
and
and
keep
keep
thriving.
thriving.
Bye.
Bye, babe.